Now that we know how to solve division problems that do not divide equally, meaning that they have a remainder, we're going to start thinking about how we can interpret that remainder or use it in different real-life situations. Let's start by taking a look at this problem. Magda has some leftover wallpaper that is 73 inches long. She wants to use as many full inches as possible to cut into 8 pieces to use around the photos in her scrapbook. Each piece will have equal length. How long will each piece be? So we're taking these 73 inches and dividing them into 8 groups. We can use multiplication and division facts to help us solve this problem. We know that 8 times 9 is 72. So when we try to solve the problem, 73 divided by 8, we know that 73 is just 1 more than 72. So we know that the answer to this problem would be 9 with the remainder of 1. Now, we have to think about what we're going to do with this remainder. Our problem told us that she wants to use full inches, and I can't take this 1 inch and apply it to any more of those 8 pieces because then it wouldn't be a full inch. So in this case, we're going to ignore that remainder and we're only going to use this whole number in our quotient. So we know that the answer to this problem would be 9 inches for each piece. Let's take a look at another problem. There are 80 people lined up for a tour of a glass-blowing studio. No more than 7 people can go on a tour. We've got 3 questions to answer about this situation. A, how many full tours will be given? B, how many total tours will be given? And C, how many people will be in the last tour? So let's start by writing out what this problem is asking us to find. We know that in this situation, there are 80 people that will go in groups of 7. So we can divide 80 total people by 7 people in each group. To find our total number of groups. Now what we need to do is use those multiplication facts that can help us solve this problem. We know that 7 times 11 is 77. That's pretty close to 80. It's only 3 away from 80. So that's as close as I'm able to get to 80 without going over using my multiplication facts. So I know the answer to 80 divided by 7 is 11 with a remainder of 3 because I needed to add 3 more to get to 80. Now, let's talk about what this answer really means. Let's think about what the 11 in this answer means. We know that the 11 is the number of groups. So how many full tours will be given? There will be 11 full tours of 7 people because we divided by 7. So there will be 11 tours of 7 people each. How many total tours will be given? Well, this remainder is representing people, right? Because we have 80 people total and we were only able to get to 77 in a group, right? So we needed to have one more group that will have only 3 people in it. So how many total tours will be given? We'll need to give 12 tours. So we need to take this number 11 and round it up, add 1 more to it to make it 12 in order to ensure that everybody in those 80 people is able to be in a tour group. So there will be 12 tours. And then our last question, how many people will be in the last tour? We know that will be 3 because 3 is our remainder. Here is where we have 11 tours with 3 people left over. So as we break down our answer, we're understanding that 11 represents the number of tours. So we have 11 tours. and 3 is the number of people left over. Since there were 3 people left over, we needed to add 1 more tour, so we added 1 to get to 12 tours, and we know that the number of people in that last tour will be 3 people. It's really important to make sense of our problem and to know what each number represents as we're working through our problem, and after we get our quotient, to really truly understand what the numbers of that quotient mean. Now it's going to be your turn to try this out.